Everyone, welcome to a work session for the Salisbury City Council. Today, February 6, 2023. And at this time, the Salisbury City Council will be convening in a closed session. And for the purpose before a contract is awarded or bids are open to discuss a matter directly related to a negotiating strategy or the contents of a bid or proposal if public discussion or disclosure would adversely impact the ability of the public body to participate in the competitive bidding or proposal process. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to move into closed session.
To move.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Jackson,
Second.
second by Ms. Blake.
Yeah.
I'll call for the question. All those in favor of moving into closed session, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the chair votes aye. So we are in closed session. Welcome back, our wonderful audience on PAC 14. Thank you for sticking with us. We are coming out of a closed session where we were discussing a lease agreement, potentially contract award or bid to discuss a matter directly related to a negotiating strategy or the contents of a bid proposal. So we are now coming back out of that, and we are going into our scheduled work session. We apologize for the delay, but we are ready to move forward. First up is going to be building official Bill Holland to discuss a John Deere Drive, Salisbury 50 Annex C annexation. Good afternoon, or good evening.
Afternoon. We're bringing back the John Deere Drive Route 50 annexation, which includes you have the annexation agreement and annexation plan. The property contains approximately 16 and a half acres, and it's the developer is planning to develop a small business park with fee simple lots. This is identified in the annexation plan. This proposed annexation went to the Planning Commission back on August 2022 and received a favorable recommendation to be rezoned as mixed-use, non-residential. Once this property is fully developed, the assessed value will be approximately $9,048,000, with property taxes estimated at $89,000. It will have a net physical impact of approximately $56,200. And with that, I'm recommending to council to send this to its next legislative meeting and introduce the annexation and set the public hearing date.
Questions or comments?
This has been a long process.
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad that it's
Done.
getting to the end here.
They're all long.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so everybody good moving this forward,
Yes.
next meeting and
Yes.
into the process? So, Ms. Nichols, we'll place that on the next agenda. Thank you, Mr.
All
Holland.
right.
Thank you.
Next up is the Milton Drive road closure. So we have city planner Ryan Soper, some guy named Ryan Soper.
Yep. Good
How you
evening.
doing?
Good. How are you all?
Good.
Okay. Before you tonight, we have the resolutions and exhibits to close Milton Drive. It's currently a paper street. This was brought about by the desire to develop one of the adjoining lots into a storage unit. It's being known as Columbia Drive. All the items presented include all the property owners adjoining said closure requesting, and they're saying they're okay with that. How the process would work is that when it's closed, it's split down the middle, and then the properties are deeded back to those adjoining owners. Those resolutions and deeds are also prepared as part of your packet. The recommendation is to move forward with the closure of the road, the paper street.
Questions or comments?
None.
Okay. On a similar topic, do we know how many paper streets we have throughout the city? Have we? I know we've talked about it before. Every now and then one pops up, but
Not offhand, I do not.
Okay.
It's a lot of ones. A few.
Betcha.
There's a
We've
few.
explored that just with alleys and.
Quite a few.
But that would be a large exercise, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Be an intern project in the future.
That sounds like an intern
Yeah.
job.
Andy can work on that on the weekends.
Andy, you got weekend help.
So, all right, so no questions? Everybody okay with moving this forward?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we'll place it on the next agenda. Let's see, next up is, well, still Mr. Soper. So we're going to rezoning 401 and 409 Snow Hill Road.
Again, thank you all. This rezoning is for the properties, currently 401 would be known as Backstreet Grill, and the owner of Backstreet Grill has purchased the adjoining residential lot to expand his business. Upon working with him and reviewing the zoning, we came across that there was an error in the GIS coding of the original 2010 comprehensive plan. I have maps if we can share as well. They're also provided in your packet, showing the inconsistency that the properties should have originally, along Snow Hill Road, those residential properties should have been for their future land use. They should have been shown as commercial, consistent with the rest of the corridor. It's not our intent to encourage residential uses and properties along Snow Hill Road. The comprehensive plan can be a large undertaking, and sometimes these things can be missed. Therefore, we're using that as a mistake in the zoning, because of the comprehensive plan, the owner is not afforded the ability to rezone his property as he should have been, as it was done in 2010. So we're counting that as a mistake, and it meets all the criteria as listed per the zoning code and state recommendations. The ordinance has been reviewed by legal, so we recommend moving forward, and it received a favorable planning commission 7-0 at their December 15th hearing to move forward with the rezoning. So again, the next steps would be moving to 2 readings and a public hearing for approval of the rezoning, which staff recommends.
Questions or comments?
I'll be glad when it totally gets done over there. I'm eager to be one of the first to sit out there. I really like that place. I've talked to the owner about what's going on. Very exciting stuff.
Yep.
It's good.
I should also add too that the other 2 properties that are listed there, or they're shown there as residential, those are not impacted until such a request is made by those owners. So it was just the 2 properties questioned. Yep.
Any other questions or comments?
None.
All right, everybody okay with moving this forward?
Yes.
All right, so we have consensus. And that is the last item on the work session agenda.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will go to administration comments. Mr. Mayor?
It's been an interesting week. I really don't have much except just to make a note, because I know Angela is going to bring it up, that we still need blood, and they have changed some rules regarding who is eligible. So those people who had an excuse not to give blood because of whatever condition they had, please check the new rules, because you may be eligible. And I'm one of the ones that is there, so it's good. I think that's pretty much it. Everybody have a good week.
To add, if I could. I just wanted to recognize the council for their early adoption of a bill that the state is taking up again this year. In 2020, council passed inclusive bathroom bill that stated that single-use restrooms had to be signed in a gender-neutral way to help for access of parents, of caretakers, of folks that are non-binary or trans, and that was, I think we were second in the state at the time, and the state is now taking that up. And I just wanted to share that I'm going to testify on behalf of Salisbury on Wednesday, so I thought that was exciting that we were leading in that way, and just a thank you to you all. And I think Jack is slated to do, the mayor is slated to be busy next week for Random Acts of Kindness, so just giving that a plug. I know Secretary Murdoch would be not unkind to me, but she wouldn't be happy with me if I didn't give that a plug. I think it's the 14th, Valentine's Day.
14th.
Oh, so do we drive through like Rise Up, or do I go sit in Together Cafe and breakfast is
If you want to go to the old folks with me and give them flowers. And we are also going to one of the schools and give some art equipment to the schools.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm also going to be reading at 2 schools during Reading Week.
Nice. Nice.
Cat in the Hat.
You gonna wear the hat?
No.
Okay.
Gonna
I
have-
wore it at
have a
Christmas, but
cat.
that's it.
Where's Casey? Is she here? Okay.
We'll get that to her.
We'll get you a hat. I'll start with Mrs. Gregory.
Not much really. I just, want to remind folks to get your booster if you haven't. And I'm one of those that can not give blood because I was in the UK in the early 80s. They did not let me do it. And now I can, so I'm looking forward to being able to do that. So
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Just making a note.
Yeah.
I'm on her hit list now.
Yeah.
She keeps
I
a
am.
list of people, right? No, that's I'm excited. It's cool.
Ms. Jackson?
I want everyone to be aware that there is a new variant, a COVID. Still continue to protect yourself. I'm one to be talking because I have a compromised immune system and I insist on walking around with not a mask, but I think I am because, I can't afford to. And I think COVID has seen me how many times? 3 times, and I think COVID said, we're not messing with her no more. But nevertheless, just be safe. Protect yourself, get your boosters. If you haven't gotten your shots at all, please do so. Be mindful to wear your mask, sanitize your hands, and still, at some extent, social distance. Thank you.
Ms. Blake?
Well, as always, if you're blessed with good health and you're able to donate blood, please donate blood. We're in a critical area, critical time. We're very low. We continue to be low. The winter time is even worse because it's cold weather or bad weather. People don't get out as much, but please call the blood bank of Delmarva, that's right on Mount Herman Road, and donate blood.
Mr. President, may I have one more?
Yes, sir.
I neglected to ask for your prayers. My granddaughter left for her deployment yesterday, and she's going to be a week in Fort Hood and then leave for other places.
Did you cry?
We all did. So, thank you.
Thank you. The only thing that I have, I want to take a moment and recognize our outstanding city clerk who today was crowned the Soup Bowl champion of the government office building. Can confirm the soup is very, very good. So,
It's her first time entering too, is my
Yeah,
understanding.
yeah.
So.
You can try second place soup as well. It's across the
Yeah.
okay.
There's no trophy for second place.
We'll congregate over in the mayor's
There's only
office
one
after
winner.
the meeting. All right, so we are going to close session, and now we are going to go into a special meeting. This is a special meeting of the Salisbury City Council. Today is February 6, 2023. Even though it says 5:35 PM, the time is 6:50 PM. So our apologies for the
5:50.
delay.
It's 5:50.
5:54.
Oh, 5:50.
Yeah.
I need glasses, I need bifocals, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the legislative agenda.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor of adopting the legislative agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Okay, and the chair votes aye. Mrs. Lance.
Resolution number 3212, a resolution of the Council of the City of Salisbury to authorize the mayor to enter into, on behalf of the City of Salisbury, a contract of sale with Mentis Lot 10 LLC, setting forth the terms and conditions governing the sale of 111 Poplar Hill Avenue, Salisbury, Maryland. Whereas the mayor and council of the city of Salisbury determined there is surplus real property owned by the city of Salisbury that should be sold. And whereas the city is the owner of all that certain real property identified as map 0107 grid 08, parcel 0829, having a premise address of 111 Poplar Hill Avenue, Salisbury, Maryland, being more particularly described in an inquisition deed to the city of Salisbury dated July 10th, 1964, and recorded among the land records of Wycomico County, Maryland, in Lieber JWTS number 588 folio 281. The said real property described here is called the property, and all improvements located thereon. And whereas the property of 1,024 7. Why can't I read this number? It's been a long day already. 124,000, here we go, 747 square feet, is improved by an asphalt parking lot consisting of 217 public parking spaces. And whereas on November 14th, 2016, the city declared 111 Poplar Hill Avenue surplus property, and whereas pursuant to 16-8 of the Salisbury City Charter, the Charter 2.36 of the Salisbury City Code, the city has the right to offer at public sale property declared surplus and to make awards thereof in the best interests of the city. And whereas the city, through its partnership with KLNB Commercial Real Estate Services via RFP A-21-103, Real Estate Advisory Services, first published a real estate notice of sale on August 10th, 2021, and sought offers for qualified buyers to purchase this parcel. And whereas the city received 3 offers, one from CityWorks Oz Fund, Mentis Capital Partners, and another from SVN Miller Commercial Real Estate. Whereas the offer from SVN Commercial Real Estate was withdrawn on December 16th, 2021, and whereas the city, through an evaluation process, has determined Mentis Capital Partners' proposal as which offers the highest and best value to the city of Salisbury, and Mentis Lot 10 LLC, having been formed as the purchasing entity, is a qualified buyer, and that the sale of 111 Poplar Hill Avenue to Mentis Lot 10 LLC is in the best interest of the citizens of the city. And whereas by this resolution, the council hereby approves the contract of sale, authorizing the sale of 111 Poplar Hill Avenue to Mentis Lot 10 LLC, and hereby authorizes the mayor's execution thereof on behalf of the city. Thank you.
Glad to see this being sold, so this is great. So at this time, I'll call for the question. All those in favor of, you know what we didn't?
Didn't get a motion.
I did it for the agenda, and I didn't do
Go
the,
for it, yeah, I was
I
sitting
just
there.
realized. All right, at this time, I'll call for a motion to approve resolution number 3212.
So move.
Second.
All right, and then just rewind, we just heard,
Ditto.
we're not going to make her do it again. So
God, it's so hard.
all those in favor of approving resolution number 3212, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And the chair votes aye. At this time, with all business being concluded today, we are adjourned.